After you create your text, you don't want to print it this simple, black and white. You want to give it some color. So to do that, there's a variety of ways in which we can make color and use it. One of them is making layers by color, which will take too much time for this simple project. Another is to select an object and go to properties right here and pick the color that you'd like. But for convenience, if you use the properties command, which is activated by right-clicking on an object after you select it, this window will appear. Usually it's over to the right, attached to the edge of your screen, but you could drag it. But you can control different items while this is open. So for color, you could choose one of the 8 standard colors, or choose a color from what's called select color, right here. You can use true colors, index colors, or color blocks that are used in industry. There's lots of them. For index color, if you want to print something in white, you don't select the color white. This one right here, white will print in black. If you want actual white, you need to pick a color that's called 255, 255, 255. After you change the color of an object, hit the escape key and then pick your other object you want to change for color. I'm going to pick red for that one, and I'm going to pick blue for this one. I have a choice of blues. I'll pick the cyan and see if that's appropriate for my design. You could also change the color of your lines as well. I want that one red, but I want the other 3 to be blue. Now to check your work, click on the Layout 1 tab at the bottom left of your screen, and you could see if your color on white background, which is the color paper, is appropriate or not. But this cyan is too light. So I'll go back to Model and use the darker blue instead. However, you can add color to the background of these images. The background of these text items. To do that, just move the text out of the way temporarily so you can clear out that space. And to add color to a background, you use the command called hatch, which will be inside here. There's 3 options to choose from. We're going to use the hatch option for solid fills. Pick solid. You could pick a color. The default is by layer, or you can pick a color that you like to use. If I use red for here and click the close hatch creation, that color will be red, and this white will look more appropriate on a red background. So I'll select that text. This must be the wrong color. Let me find the correct color. That's 255, 255, 255. There it is right there. So it's under true color. You had to select it right here. This is true white. As you'll see here, there's white. So there's white on red. Okay? And then I could do the other colors as well. If you want a gradient is different than a solid hatch. Pick gradient, and you can see you have 2 colors to work with. I'm going to use red and blue and choose one of the 9 possible combinations. I'll pick the one that looks like that, and I'll select this object right here, and you'll see the gradient appear. You can control the appearance of the center of the gradients using the settings you see under angle and tint and so on. You could explore that on your own. But if you're content with what you see here, click the close hatch creation, grab your text, and move it over here. If your text appears behind a hatch, you can control its what is called draw order by bringing it to the front or back here. By right-clicking on the object after you select it, you pick draw order. Again, you look at the layout 1 to see if you like what you see. I don't like to see that black on the red and blue, so I'll change this to true white under color, which is 255, 255, 255. Now it also appears to be in the back, So I'm going to have to click this and send the draw order to the back. There it is. Okay, so now we got it. We'll continue with your colors, and I'll show you how to print in the next video. Oh, speaking of color for tabs, you have to think about which color will fold into which. So if this triangle is red over here, one of these three tabs will attach to that triangle. The one that will actually be the one here on the right. So I would need to hatch the bottom right tab the same color as this.